paparazzi ain't the same as ducking slugs. Keep your circle small cause they be faking with the love. And always have your own back if push come to shove. Mama said we been but never broke cause they be watching. No matter how much they tell you to stop, don't never stop it. Coming from the trenches, we don't get too many options. The fans always got their eyes on you like I've been nothing, I've been down and I done seen it all. Teamwork in my shot, now they pass me the ball. They never answer when I call, now I'm the one they call. I done been up and I've been down and I done seen it all. I've been up and I've been down and I done seen it all. Was in the gym working my shot, now they pass me the ball. They never answer when I call, now I'm the one they call. I done been up and I've been down and I done seen it all. They say the views of Hollywood are amazing and you love it, but I've been doing super bad like Seth and McLovin. Trying to run the underground like Miss Harriet Tubman. Been playing tug of war all of my life, I can't stop tugging. Oh, you love me now? You want the friends that got me up, but no toe shoulders now. Like we were laughing at me back when I was down and out. You was the main one that always used to count me out. Their presence was down and out. I done seen it all. Was in the gym working my shot, now they pass me the ball. They never answer when I call, now I'm the one they call. I done been up and I've been down and I done seen it all. I've been down and I done seen it all. Was in the gym working my shot, now they pass me the ball. They never answer when I call, now I'm the one they call. I done been up and I've been down and I done seen it all. Through thick and thin, I hope they ride to the end. Through thick and thin, I hope they ride to the end. I've been down and I done seen it all. Was in the gym working my shot, now they pass me the ball. They never answer when I call, now I'm the one they call. I done been up and I've been down and I done seen it all.
Hey, what's up, man? How's it just jam out? I love the beat of that thing, man. The intro, man. It's a good little.
That's right. So look, man, we got a lot to talk about tonight. Shit, man, we had a pretty good weekend at Young's Backwoods on Sunday, man. Memorial Day's race. A ton of trucks were there. Got a few clips to show y'all, man. What we don't show on here, check it out on the page, KOM Off Road. Reels will be coming out over the next week or so, kind of spreading them out, letting everybody kind of get a little spotlight here and there. We got a huge announcement to make tonight. So if everybody could, please hit that share button. We got it's a big deal for DOT racing. It's going to be a first time kind of thing we're doing here, so it's going to be awesome. So hit that share button. Let's get as many DOT guys on here as possible so y'all can get the information you need for that race. And then obviously we got to talk about our team race.
It doesn't even involve us long-term and stuff, guys. Like this piece of information is strictly for the DOT guys. Like we told you, we don't forget about y'all.
That's right. That's right. So we are going to we definitely got something really special for you guys. I've already reached out to a couple drivers over the last 8 hours or so, man. I got a lot of yeses. So it's gonna be something to see, man. But and then also we got our team race coming up July 18th and 19th at Orangeburg Mud Bog. We'll talk a little bit about that too and kind of give you an idea about what we're doing with that. But man, there was some mud in that hole this weekend, man.
Thick mud.
It was that, man. It was that. It was definitely a bog hole. It was not a speed pit by any means, even though High Roller kind of made it look that way.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a speed hole if you had your shit set on a kill, like High Roller, the OG, and Kryptonite. Yeah. That thing, full body steel, full steel body truck to be as fast as that thing is, because he got over on that sand drag track too. Yeah. And laid down a lick up.
And he's talking about when we talked to him in the pits. He's like, "Oh, it's just a heavy old pig." And I looked at him, that's a fast, heavy old pig, right?
Yeah. And like I said, man, Randy caught the short end of the stick.
I was saying, you put a dragon's heart in a pig, it make that motherfucking pig fly.
That's right. That's right. No, but Randy caught the short end of the stick, having to blow the holes out both times. So old Ford made it though. Old Dan Blue, she going out through there. So
Yeah, he's the first one to make it to the bog pit.
Yeah, if you had a decent, bog truck, it was coming through them holes. You had to work for it. And I broke one of my own rules, and I patched up, the quick repair to try to make the race instead of buying the right parts. And 10 feet in, blew the front end apart. And well, I did make it though. We went and I clipped the timer.
It did get a time. It did. It sure did. Yeah.
The motor did not like it. The motor did not like screaming nitrous for that long on a solid hard pull like that. And the ignition wire I got a secondary kill switch that's inside. Well, it's mounted on my backup nitrous button. And I was mushing that son of a gun so hard, I pushed the kill switch down into the floorboard and was welding the kill switch to the floorboard. So when it come up on that second hill and it was like cutting out completely, that was because I was mushing the nitrous button so hard it was pushing the kill switch down on the floorboard. I was like, "Go, damn it, go!" It just wouldn't go. The label says "Go, baby, go," and it just.
I do have that video, so we will show. I'll show Russ's video now.
Oh, it's not that good.
We ain't got to show. We don't have to show it.
I said the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah,
that's
right.
what happens when you rush and don't go get your right parts. You try to just patch things up. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, that nitrous wire come loose again. When I came around to the staging line, I hit my internal, my button here. It purged and cleared, and then I did my throttle clear out, and the pedal switch didn't light my little green light. So I had to do the backup switch. That's why I was having to shove down on the panel so hard. So I had all kind of little things going wrong. We're gonna start on the wire. Here we go. That thing ain't gonna come off again.
I'm trying to find. I can only do 10 videos, man.
I got it.
I got it pulled up here. Yeah, I'm working on home. So it is right.
Yeah, it's like 12 seconds.
Here it is. Yeah.
If I hadn't mushed it so hard, I'd come through that hole in two-wheel drive, man.
I believe. I mean, it was moving, man. I mean, I didn't realize they broke the front end that early. I thought they broke the front end.
Yeah, it was like 10 feet in. I heard it pop up underneath it. And about the time the nitrous lit off, the front end said, "Nah." Right. So I will be ordering the chrome ollie gears to go in the front. Doing it the right way. So probably won't be racing anywhere in July. But I know not July. June. I forgot what month we were in. Next month.
Yeah, no, it's June. Yeah, no.
I'm thinking July will be my next race at Orangeburg. I won't be racing anywhere in June. July will be the next race in Orangeburg for the Chop Top. Because we're gonna fix some things. That's the third time we took the truck out, and all 3 times we've had bad luck. So we're gonna take a month, step back, and go through it again, front to back. And so that when we come to Orangeburg, we show that we deserve our spot to come to Mississippi and race for the World Finals.
Oh shit!
Right now, I'm talking a lot, man.
What's up, fellas? How are y'all, man? Hunter and Adam, how are y'all, man? So I know everybody's seen. I got to show it again because it's a badass pass. And like I said, I had a couple people message me about it being a DQ. Listen, it's not on me. It ain't my call. We were just there filming and trying to help out the best we could with what was going on. So, Michael made a hell of a pass in the green truck, man. Be the first one to break the hole in that hill and hole, man. And it was a hell of a hill in it.
I mean, he was trying to. Yeah.
Michael's dad's great, man. Me and him talked for like, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 minutes all day standing over there together, man. And he was like, he knows Michael's a wild fucking man, dude. So he was like, man, that's why he was, as soon as he spun around, he was getting ready to hop on that four-wheeler in case that bitch was down in the tree line, man. So
You hear the rocks, man. Like even after he was out the hole and back down, like you can still hear the rocks and mud like raining down up there, hitting that guardrail.
And then,
crazy.
We got a couple. You see how many this one? Bridget, man. That truck, Bridget, by Lewis Farmer, dude. That truck has come a long ways, man, from what it was. Very proud of those guys and the hard work. I believe he won big tire, big block, big tire, or big block, small tire in the flat hole. I believe he won that because he was the only truck to make it out the hole.
Yeah. And then he would have won other.
Go ahead.
He would have won class. My dumb ass didn't realize how far I was down, but I stepped over the damn beam about 5 feet in front of him, so it cut his time. It had to cut it, but maybe a second short. But he had to cut it, but that's definitely my bad. But
so that's this pass right here for y'all, for everybody watching. This pass right here didn't count for Lewis, so he had to make another pass. But this is the one I believe. Like I said, man, they had to earn it. You had to earn every inch out there, man.
That was on 35s. Yeah. When I stepped in front of the beam, he was on 30. Yeah. No. When the time I stepped across the beam and he come through that hole, he was on 35. I know my tires.
He was 35.
Yeah. They're my tires are on that thing. Yeah. So I know my tires. They were 35. That's why I was helping him and guiding him when he got to that hard part. He just had to get up against the wall. So I leaned over the rail. I told him to get up against that wall. When I stepped back, my dumb ass stepped into the beam.
So look, man, and there's another truck, man, that I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. In the pit, in the staging, I was like, man, this truck don't stand a chance, right? Big old square body. It's got a nice little motor in it, man, but it had them heavy ass 44s on it, man, right? And I'm like, standing there, I'm like, dude, there's no way. Do I?
The whole weekend.
So check this out right here, man. This guy. Right there, you're like, oh, I can't. That thing's just chugging along, dude. You know what I mean? Like when that thing cut out, I was like, oh no, and then it came back to life, and it cut off again. I was like, oh no, like so it definitely and then dude, I gotta show this Jeep, man. I don't know, I think it was called Mud Runner, or I'm not sure, dude, but this thing had a motor hung in it too. See, that hole, man, that hole finally did blow out after a couple trucks got out the other end of it. And, you know, it became.
You had to be a good running mud truck to get through there. Like, you had to have your stuff right. It was a bog hole.
Yeah. No doubt, man. And I know everybody wants to see my buddy Catlin Miller from PA came down with the Purple Warlock, the Dodge motor. Got a cool motor in it, man. And he didn't have very good luck this weekend. But he tried. He gave it all.
All right, Catlin Miller pulling up in the starting line. What a phenomenal job.
telling you,
There, did he get
if it keeps pulling, it comes out the other end of the hole. Yeah.
Yeah, it got warm on them when they pulled them on back out. You can see a little antifreeze that was in the mud
Yeah,
right there, puke it out a little bit. But
But yeah.
I talked to him a little bit before the race. He was trying new tires this weekend. The Backwoods. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a new setup for him. Trying a new thing. So but hey, you don't know what works unless you try different things.
That's right. That's right. So one truck I was really impressed with, the small block truck, that Hillbilly Hustler truck, man. The truck was really fast. Had a set of groundhogs on it, man. Old school groundhogs.
Yeah.
So check this guy out.
And the safety. Yeah, I like that truck. I always run for them. My square body Chevys, we stick together. The S10 series.
And then I got old Randy made a heck of a hit in the hilling hole.
Yeah.
That thing just takes it, man. It just, you know what I mean, dude? It's just chunking it, yeah. And now we're down to what's up?
Definitely deep mud in them holes there, though.
It was though, man. It was definitely a big tire hole, man. No doubt about it. A 42 weren't great. I didn't see a whole lot of 39.5s out there. Most time I see a 38.5 to a 42, somewhere in that range, a couple of 44s.
Yeah.
I got so here's Michael's flat hole pass and stacked deck, which was riding. I mean, he said that the guy in front of him that, so when I showed you the Chevrolet pass on 44s, that guy ran in front of Michael. So he said that he cut him a line pretty good. And it shows, man, because I think Michael shaved like 8 seconds off the whole class show. Like,
Stack deck, ladies and gentlemen.
that bitch was moving there.
Right. That's a big motor, dog. Big motor.
And it's a pretty truck, man. And then last but not least, man, the Davis Boys Kryptonite truck. I kind of got a little double reel here of the hill and hole pass they made in the sand drag pass, which truck's super fast, man. I really hope they bring it out to Dinwiddie to run the course with us in July. But check them out. And that was your winner. That's your winner for your unlimited class. Hill and Hole was Kryptonite, man.
See, he's learning the truck more and more. You can tell he's getting more comfortable with it and running it a little harder and hitting them jumps a little harder. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see him put them V-treads on there.
Oh man,
you got to lower it down a little bit. You put the V-treads on there and lower it down a little bit so you can hang it around them turns. I'd love to see him go in there and run with the big boys in the series, because that thing is fast down a straight line. Like what he'll lack in a turn,
He'll make up.
he'll make up in that dang straight line. Yeah.
So look, man, I want to give a huge thank you to Young's crew and everybody for having us out, shooting some film for them. Everything we did do for them this weekend, dude. I really appreciate it. It's a great spot.
Yeah.
But now, man, we're moving on to our next Kings of Mud event. We got one we just popped up on us before Orangeburg, right? So I want everybody to please hit that share button. We need to get as many DOT guys on here as possible. This is going to be a first time ever. And the amount of money we got to put up for this race, man, y'all guys are going to enjoy it a lot. So what we've done is Premier Mega Truck and Kings of Mud are going to come together on July 5th, and we're going to run a 16 truck shootout, DOT truck shootout, heads up, chip draw, basically the same concept that Premier runs, right? So we're going to have 16 guys. You'll have 8 chips that are L, 8 chips are R. When you draw it, that's who you draw, and that's what you run, right? And you're going to run a bracket, just like Premier does, right? So it'll fall. They'll do Mega, 1 ton, us. Mega, 1 ton, us. All the way to the end. We're putting up $5,000 payout. That's the purse. It's going to be $2,500 to win, $1,500 to second, and then third and fourth will both get paid $500. We're only bringing 16 trucks, so that's kind of why, to make sure everybody gets at least knows about it, right? I've already got, I made some phone calls. I got some guys already signed up. Y'all probably already know who they are, right? They think they're the baddest ones in the state and whatever, and that's what they're gonna prove, right? So we will run.
If you think you got a nasty truck, you might want to be checking your inbox here on Messenger.
Yeah.
Like might have reached out to you. Check that inbox, see if you got something in there waiting. Some invites have been sent.
That's right. And I will tell everybody right now, it's a $200 entry fee per truck. That's what it is. That's what we're going to roll with, right? And then basically the way it's going to be, the rules are going to be pretty simple. Full body, no forward link, a 38-inch tire and up, and no power adders. And when I say no power adders, one of the sponsors of this class has specifically asked that the trucks that run this class cannot, if they're plumbed for nitrous, it has got to be tapped off. It has to be completely disconnected. There can't just be a nitrous system on the truck and no bottle in the truck. We can't do that. This race is too much money on the line for a heads-up race on this. It needs to be squared up, motor on motor. That's what we want, and that's what the guys in this class expect. So,
they'd like for the actual nitrous solenoid to be unhooked so that there's no question, no doubt, your nitrous is not functional at all for this race.
Yeah, and a good thing about it is, man, at this race with Premier Mega Truck Racing, there is no other class. This is the only class running with them. We're not having A, B, and C and all that shit. It's one class, heads up racing, first to the finish line, no timers, chip draw, just like they do, man. I think everybody's gonna have a blast with it. For you guys that are kind of hesitant, man, there's gonna be a buyback round, right? So basically, if you were to lose in the first round, it costs you $50 to buy back in, right? And you race the losers of the first round.
Yep.
Right. So basically, let me give you an example. So if me and Russ were to race heads up and say Russ beats me, all right, Russ is going to go to the third round automatically. So he's not going to have to make that second hit. Where me, I'm going to have to pay the $50 and then run the second round and try to win that round to get back in the race.
Yep.
And then basically what we're going to do is a bracket style down, drawing chips till we get to a winner, man. And
no timers,
man. It'll be the same mud hole that the Megas run. So basically, with the course layout, if everybody remembers how they did it last year, I think it was last year, year before last, when we went to Dinwiddie, the Megas are going to come off that little jump, do that little horseshoe turn, and then they're going to blow down that mud pit. So that mud pit is going to be the same mud pit we run. So that pit will stay consistent throughout the day. And not to mention that, but we won't be the first ones to break that pit. The Megas and the 1-tons will already have run a pass through that pit before our guys even run. So, so we're definitely going to have an idea of, like whether one hole's better than the other. That's just luck of the draw, man. That's the chip game we're playing.
It's a flat pit too for the people wanting it. It's a flat pit, right?
No hill in it.
Yeah. So it should be flat. It may have a little hump in it, but it ain't gonna be nothing crazy. Like it ain't gonna be no super hill or nothing.
No crazy jump like y'all just seen there. Like
no. Because I understand the truck's got to go rounds. They got to last, right? So we're taking that into account. And me and Joe are going to look at it this week and try to figure out, exactly what we're going to do. And it'll be plenty of update, plenty of posters made, man, about it. Trying to get as many people involved as we can. Like I said, but we only can have 16 drivers. That's all I want. That's all I'm taking. So, the guys that have already reached out to me, or I've reached out to them and they said they're good to go. Congratulations, guys, man. It's going to be awesome, dude. If you're interested in coming and racing with us at the premier event with the Kings of Mud, message me on Facebook, man. Hit me up. Let me know. Show me what you got. I can't guarantee, if you're willing to put the money up, then you can come run, dude. And don't think just because you got like High Roller and Randy and all these other boys in there, man, dude, a red light can happen quick. A red light can happen real quick, man. So everybody's got to be on their P's and Q's, man. So I think it's going to be a really good time. It's really good for us and them to kind of unite together and make this happen for the sport of mud racing, dude. That's what I'm most excited about, man, is to be able to put our guys on a stage with those guys all together, man, and just show what mud racing's about, man. So that's going to be pretty kick-ass, man.
Yeah, and the aspect of having to continue to run rounds, like you're saying, like just because you may have a bad round in the first round, you get your buyback. That nasty truck's got to be able to continue to come back on the third round. If he shatters his front differential on that first round, in this third round, he got to come back two-wheel drive or he on the trailer. Where if you just have a good, consistent, quick truck that will last. As we've seen with the Premier Series racing with them, it's not always about how nasty your truck is.
Yeah.
I mean, Marty is a prime example. Like his truck it's a badass truck, but there are other one-ton trucks that make crazy more power. But that man's 2-year champion or 2 years in a row champion of the Premier Series because this stuff stays together. He makes good power, and it's a consistent. He knows what it's going to do every time. And when you run rounds, that's what it takes. It's not all about who's old, big dick, so to say, who can blast at one time fast.
And that light will get you every time.
Absolutely, you got the red light coming in on the other.
That light's tricky, man. I'll tell you that light. I mean, it ain't got me yet. I ain't got red light yet, man. Boy, I get anxious up there sometimes, man. Like, so.
Well, not only on the red light aspect, but on the quick of the draw.
I've only had a chance once, but I left his ass sitting there.
Yeah, he treated me by half a truck.
Dude, and that's all it's going to take, man. That's all it's going to take I'm telling you. So, like I said, we'll get some interest in it. Like I said, I've already got some guys interested in it, some really heavy hitters, man. And I'm trying to get some boys from down south. So anybody from Carolina watching, South Carolina, mess with me, Tony Hare boys. I know that snowman truck's fast, man. Bring that thing up here and run heads up with us, man.
That little Jeep better get a message. That little no problem 4 or 5, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Is he a 4-link truck or not?
I think it is 4-link, Joe. I think it is, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I was thinking about like Jay and
the Trey Gordon. Yeah, I always remember his last.
So there's a dude, man, and if anybody on here knows him, man, tag him for me. But he just bought a blue and white Ford. Kind of looks like Randy's, but it's not Randy. It's different. But we've seen it somewhere. Me and Randy were just talking about it earlier.
City. When we were at Charles City, he came down for like West Virginia or something like that.
That guy'd be a good one too. Yeah, that guy'd be a great guy to call up for this stuff.
Yeah. I don't know what his name was. So if anybody happens to know that man, tell him to send Blake a message. We'd like to see him out here from Virginia come back again.
I would, man. I love to see all of them we can get, man. Like I said, it's going to be, we can get to 16 this time. We may do it again.
Yeah, I feel a $2,500 first place prize.
That's worth it.
Where else you gonna go race a DOT truck, make 4 or 5 passes, and come out with $2,500?
1 in 16 chance.
Yeah,
they get you $2,500
for sure.
There's only 16 trucks you gotta beat for that $2,500.
And the problem with it is you might not even run. Like Rain said, Rain didn't wait. All right, Rain, I'll look him up. I'll try to see if I can go back and find it. But like me and Randy were talking earlier, you might not even draw one of them dudes till late. So there's a possibility those dudes can get knocked out before you even have to race them, man. Like I ain't saying I won't looking over at Monkey and them when I was at the pit being like, "Ooh, glad I ain't draw him. Ooh, glad I ain't draw." You know what I mean? Like that's how it rolls, man. So it's
very good point there. Like
yeah,
that's and with Michael, like if he was stack deck and OG high roller, he had to pick one of the other trucks or have somebody else drive the other truck.
If he dropped himself,
because you can't race yourself. And we ain't doing no buy round. If you're broke, we can do it. If you break, is it going to go to the next man, or is that going to be a buy round?
It's a buy round. It will be a buy round. So nobody breaks. The way I got it mapped out, if nobody breaks, we'll have one buy round. One person will get a buy run in round 3.
Okay, if nobody breaks.
Yeah, which is if anybody's wondering, that's kind of why we stuck to the 16, right? Because we're trying something new here and we want to make sure it's successful. So we're hanging out with the 16 trucks because we can predict the bracket and see how it's going to shake down. I did last night on a piece of paper, I did 25 trucks. I did 24 trucks. I did 20 trucks. And all of them ended up with 3 or 4 buy runs in the whole thing. The only number I could really come up with was 16. You know what I mean? Because me and Matt and Joey had talked about doing 16 because 16 just falls perfect for the amount of rounds we're looking for, right? Because like we need to be done with them. Like when they go into their final round, we need to be going into our final round.
You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all pick a name for it or not. Y'all can call it the DOT Sweet 16.
Yeah, no, we can do that. Yeah, I mean, we whenever.
Like thing for a lot of people.
The flyer will be out. I would say by the middle of next week, maybe beginning of next week, we'll get a flyer together. Like I said, me and Joey just talked a little while ago for the live. Congratulations to Chris Purdue for winning the premier trailer.
That's right.
Yeah, I wish I'd have bought me some merchandise now. But,
also, at the same time, I wanted that trailer too. So congratulations, but also, I wanted that.
Yeah, dude. So everybody keep an eye out for that, man. The flyer coming out. Like I said, if you're interested, give me a holler. I can break down the rules for you. Like I said, it's going to be very simple rules, man. We're not looking at aftermarket blocks. Don't care. Drop boxes. Don't care. Like I said, I'm really not, man. Like this is all going to be based off of just outlaw racing, kind of. You know what I mean? Just heads up.
Power, DOT, no more lane. It's the main rules are in safety. Yeah.
Mainly, and that's the main thing we're going to be looking for, guys. We're gonna want good cages. So don't show up with something that's fast with a crappy cage in it, man.
Josh, I definitely want to see yoke loops. Yeah, I understand not a whole containment like what we run, but you need yoke loops. Yeah. And you'll think it's in the long run. You may bitch about putting that yoke loop on now, but when it comes loose and it stays in there and that motor is still running and there's no big hole in that pan, you'd be glad you put them on it. I
agree, man. So yeah, man. So look out for that. I'm excited about that. That's coming up July 5th at VMP, Virginia Motorsports Park, down here in Dinwiddie. So as we get updates, I'll make sure I update y'all. Basically, if you haven't already, go follow the new page, KOM Off-Road. We'll be shooting some film on that page too and kind of helping build that page up and grow that page along with this one. So,
the last I got it 60 days before we can transfer live there. If anybody's wondering,
Yeah, we're kind of hanging out here for right now. And like I said, we'll see how it goes
before we can do the new page live. Yeah.
One thing I got to say real quick, man, and I'm embarrassed to say it, but I want to apologize to anybody and everybody that's been a part of Gear Shift merch up until this point. It's been out of my hands, and I'm just sorry that it happened. And just trust that me and Worcester will get it straight, and we will make sure it gets right. So I appreciate everybody hanging out with us and keeping faith in us. I don't do business that way. He doesn't do business that way, and it's very frustrating. So just let everybody know that I do apologize for what's occurred with that. So anyway, moving on. So we got our
you site this up and go get that merch and support the drivers. Yeah.
So to go check out the new Gear Shift page, get the new merch, man. Check it out. Wish has done a hell of a job on it, dude. So yeah, that'll be we'll still keep pushing Gear Shift, man. So
if you have any questions, problems, or anything like that, just reach out to Worcester. He'll get right back with you.
Yeah, he'll straighten you right out for you, man. So anyway, moving on, man. So we do got our big July 18th and 19th team race at Orangeburg, South Carolina, man. Or Nice, South Carolina, really. But anyway, if anybody's unaware of how we do our team races, this year is going to be off the chain, man. We got a mud consistency race on Friday night that you can run anything in. I mean, anything. Golf cart, lawnmower, bicycle, whatever you got, you want to run it. You think you can run 2 times close together? Have at it, man. We also got a beater car race Friday night, which I don't know if you've ever seen a beater car race.
We're talking shit. We're just talking shit to each other a little bit.
You're
gonna bring him all that money right here. That little Dodge Power Wheels are gonna put that smack down.
Not to mention $100 bounty.
Did you happen to get any videos of them this weekend?
I did, but they're on my phone, so I'll make a reel and post it on the page. So everybody keep an eye out for the Power Wheels page.
If anybody ever seen some Power Wheels do some hill and hole, obstacle course racing, Power Wheels
did.
Dragging wheelie bars. But you have to tune in next week for that. We'll do a little Power Wheels recap. We got to get them out live. Like it was awesome. It was awesome.
And the $100 bounty stands on the Power Wheels at Orangeburg. If you think you got something that can beat it, you know what I mean? Bring your money, yo, and we'll see what's up. Yeah. The little bitches are fast, man. They're super fast.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Built a new one for a friend there, doing a favor for somebody, and I tell you what, it's hard doing favors sometimes. Real hard. You know what I mean? But it's another one coming out, so there'll be another Power Wheels contender coming out there to scramble some around. I think this one's got a little female driver.
Oh, hell yeah.
Two cars that drives this one.
That's going to be KOM Power Wheels, yeah.
Sticker on the back, you better watch out because that one's one of my setups too.
So, all right. So after Friday night with the beater car race, if you haven't seen one of those are fantastic to watch, man. It's just a circle track of cars beating the hell out of each other. That's gonna be fun, dude. And then Saturday we'll roll into our team race, man. So like our team race, if you're unfamiliar, we do one at Orangeburg this year, and it's Twitty's in November. This year we brought in the Sinister 6 series, which I don't know if you checked out the page, you'll see where I made I made a video. Scotty made a video and sent it to me of all the 6-cylinder trucks that'll be there at Orangeburg, right? For us drivers to be able to watch that video and see what guy you want to pick for your team, right? Because you got to have one, right? They're in the team race with us. So every team has got to have a 6-cylinder driver. Yeah. So that's gonna be cool, man. But basically the way we're gonna do it is we do 6-cylinder, A class, which is 35 and down, B class, which is 39 and a half and down, and C class, which is 44 and down. All right, that's the 3 DOT classes we will run. All right, the rules are the same as they are at Dinwiddie and every other King of Mud event. It's going to be full body, no forward link, no power adder, and DOT tire. That's what it is. We're also going to have a 1-ton and a mega class. So what we're going to do with these guys is basically all 6 guys you pick. Each team has to have one driver from each class on it. All right. And what we do at the end of the race, we add up all the fastest passes of the 2 that they make. They're going to make 2 hits for combined time for track money. With us, we're going to take the fastest of the 2 passes and we're going to put that on the board with your team. All right. So that's your team. So say Kyle's A class, Russ is B class, I'm C class, right? So Kyle's fastest pass is going to go on our board, Russ's fastest pass, and my fastest pass. So once we add all those together, we get a combined total time. That's how you win the team race.
Yep. Winner take all.
Yep. And the winning team takes all. We don't pay second and third. It's just the winning team takes the entire pot. I believe that
before you get too far, that video you were talking about, did you put that on the Kings of Mud Off-Road page? You uploaded that video that Scotty said?
But I will. I don't think I did, but I will.
I'm gonna say because I got some idea, but I don't know if they're running with them this year or not. I watched them last year when we were running, and I got 2 trucks and idea, but I wasn't sure if they're going to be running or if they're going to be there. So I'm really glad, and thank you, Scotty, for putting that video together for us.
Yeah. And I need to ask Scotty. I need to ask him. I don't know. Well, I don't know if they have to be in the series to come run with them. I don't think you can. So if you have a 6-cylinder Jeep or truck that you want to bring to run in that class, I'm sure those guys would love to have you.
Oh,
yeah. I was just giving everybody an idea of who was, what 6-cylinder trucks were going to be there. You know what I'm saying? That we know we're going to be there now. If you want to bring it outside, yeah. If you want to bring it outside, that's cool too. Yeah.
Definitely post that on there because I know a lot of us drivers, like the Sinister 6 is a newer set of drivers that we don't know yet.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's 2 trucks I'm watching that. Hopefully they on there. I
already got like 4 teams sent over. Yeah. But yeah, no, and then what we're doing something a little special this year that we haven't done, and we're going to do it also at Twitty's in November. But we're going to bring back. We're going to do a top 10 shootout to end it out. So what we're going to do is basically your top 3 from your A class, top 3 from your B class, and top 3 from your C class, along with the guy who made the fastest single pass. That wasn't in the top 3. Yep. We'll get a chance to come back, and they're going to run for a separate payout. They're all going to make 1 hit. It's going to be timed, and that's how it's going to play. We're going to play, first, second, and third out of that. It's a little extra money. It's not an extra entry fee. It's just showing our appreciation to you guys for coming out and running with us.
Yeah,
we're going to do the same thing.
It'll be the start of the top 10, and the Kings of DOT top 10 list will be coming from that.
So, and then we also got some cool shit going on with Wild Country Off-Road Park, man. So that every October or every winter they do a Mega Truck National Championship, right? So there's a bunch of guys that we know around here, man, that it's hard for us to travel that far 2 or 3 times a year to run with those guys, man. So me and Art and Duke have got up together, and basically they have given me some invites to hand out So what we're going to do is we're going to take, after the 1 ton and mega run, we're going to bring back the top 5 in each one of those classes. And they're going to do the same thing. They're all going to make one more hit. And then out of the top 5 or 6 or whatever like that, we're going to give some invites to come with us to Mississippi in October.
Yep.
So that's a once in a lifetime chance. Well, I mean, I don't think it's a once in a lifetime chance, but it's a good chance.
Yeah, for some of us, it definitely is. I mean, I don't. I
Yeah,
love
me and you both.
probably won't get the opportunity again. You know, maybe one of the new trucks that we come out with, you know, his or the other one, but yeah, it's a once in a lifetime. This is probably the last go round. I know I said it before, but I don't think the whole chop can get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you know, I'm supposed to be picking up another chassis this week, so I'm just saying. Just saying.
So I just want everybody to know, man, it's to be a good time for all the V-Tray guys to come out, man, run with us, have some fun, man. A ton of money being paid out all over the place, man. You got track payout, you got top 10 payout, you got team payout. You know, it's very easy for a good driver with a fast truck to leave out of there with some cash in his pocket for sure. So, I mean, we're just excited about that, man. And, you know, shout out to Tony Hare and those boys for kind of letting us do what we do and kind of come in and just say, hey, man, we want to do this, do that.
The chain race, what's the update on that? Is that still a possibility?
It's a possibility, but the more and more we look into it, we don't know. We haven't, me and Tony really haven't. Like, you know what I mean? We haven't really sat down and talked about it
It's not set in stone, but it's still, you know.
Yeah, well, the main reason is I'm trying to wonder how we're going to get all this shit down there, right? Because we're going to have, I mean, we got some junk cars laying around Matthews Towing and Recovery, so I'm pretty sure there's going to be some beater cars coming down, along with some Megos and some DOTs. Like, so we're really just trying to figure out how in the hell we're going to get all this shit there.
I mean, dog, when we were at the shop the other day, he's got a fleet of trucks. Like,
I know, man, but them bitches burn gas and they
10 to 15 of them, and they all had trailer hitches on them too. So
I know, man, but they got. Man, them trucks got to stay working, man. Them trucks got to stay working. Them trucks can't be down there all weekend. Them bitches got to be pulling cars out, man.
We'll leave one here.
Anyway, no. So we'll definitely, as that gets closer, man, we'll try to figure out. But I definitely recommend everybody try to get them, get that schedule cleared up so you can come out and check out that race, man. It's going to be a good time. It always is. It's a great facility down there. It's huge. I mean, us DOT guys up here, man. If we go to, it's probably going to be one of the biggest venues you've ever ran in your life here.
Yeah.
As far as track space and the way we got the horseshoe set up and the way you can really just get after it in that corner, man, it's an all-in-out great facility. Tony and Jeffrey and Cynthia and all of them, they do a great job running the place. So, you know, we're really happy to be partnered up with them. Another thing I was thinking about too, check out Twitty's Mudball Facebook page. He is doing the Racing for Ray donations. Where you go in, you buy a raffle ticket to win his tailgate, the Live a Killer tailgate, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would look really good hanging in anybody's shop. I'd like to see it hanging in my shop, but yeah, but maybe
we need a good old Twitty signature across that son of a gun for sure.
That's right. So yeah, man, that's kind of what we got going on, y'all. Like I said, keep a lookout for race dates and payouts and flyers for the July race, for the Orangeburg race. Like I said, we got a busy next 2 months coming up for sure with that, with everything we got going on, man. So
definitely. I know we got a lot of work to do around here. Looking for another small block, aftermarket block. You know, while we're talking about this, his last block couldn't quite hold the compression of the new motor, and long story short, just didn't like it. So, we are in the market looking around for an aftermarket block with 400.
Yeah, it's got to be 400 mains, billet cap.
Yeah, billet cap, 400 mains, small block Chevy. Raised or was it Raised Kingdom?
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I got little things with it, you know.
Frankenstein
motor, but she makes some crazy power, makes some hella compression. Yeah, hella compression. Stock block cannot be a stock block. Yeah, absolutely cannot be a stock block.
I thought I had the stock block. I did not.
No. So if anybody got one they would like to part with for a good price, or a logo on a truck, because Kyle's truck is a fresh version truck. There's no company names on it yet. Whole lot of real estate on it. It's a beautiful red long bed.
It does got a lot of real estate on that bitch, yeah.
And it has the latest Lee Spring setup from Desperado Motorsports. So I mean, you see what I put my truck through.
I plan on doing all of it there.
He's got the same setup. The newest setup actually is under his truck.
Hell yeah. And then I still got to get mine. We're taking mine tomorrow. So in case anybody's interested or gives a shit, we broke both our axles. And then I thought I was going to be good, man. I thought I'd just put 2 axles in it. I pulled the rear cover off. It chunked the pinion bearing out of it. When it did, it grenaded the case. So basically the housing is just not even usable. Not to mention it looks like a banana. So,
I don't see why you're so easy on it. I mean,
I am easy on it. I wish I could be harder on it. Yeah, I'm trying to be harder on it, man. Don't worry. I'm gonna do just like I did Plan B, man. I'm gonna keep breaking that bitch till I build it where it ain't gonna break, and then it's gonna ride. So it might take me the rest of the year to get that bitch riding, but it's gonna ride.
That's what we've been doing. I mean, it's taken shit since 2018 of really beating the shit out of the truck to get it dialed in. But as y'all seen at Saluda, that thing can clip some hills on the leaf springs.
Yeah, you got the 316 Mud Hop coming up June 15th.
Oh yeah, the Father's Day mud bog. Yeah.
We also got Kings of Mud. I will be down in Dennis's this weekend shooting some film, talking some shit. We had planned on taking the truck. I know there's some boys that were going to go, but I don't know if the rear is going to be ready by then. And I still got a lot of figuring out to do with these shocks, man. I had so many bruises on my arms, man, from just smacking roll case bars. Like I was like, man, this can't be right. Like this cannot be the way it's supposed to be, man. So
we got to put you some leaf springs under this thing.
Man, I hate to say it, man, but Russell's truck is landing a lot better than mine is right now. I will say that, man. Yeah, for sure, man. So
there was a whole lot of them. It was clipping and landing a lot better. There was a whole lot of link bar trucks on this little number right there.
I mean, for real,
it's like playing hopscotch in there.
But yeah, hopefully we'll get the shocks figured out, man. I got some boys that gave me some information over the weekend, looking out for me, man. Dylan and Shane and Micah and them, man, helping me out a little bit with trying to figure these things out, man. Because like I said, that's what it's about, guys. It's not really about trying to be. I mean, everybody wants to win, everybody wants to be competitive, man. But we don't want to see anybody get hurt. So if you have the knowledge to help somebody, man, and keep them from getting hurt, please do, man. Please let them know. Please say, hey, man, this ain't right, or hey, man, that could be a problem. Like. I know everybody keeps talking about my radiator hose, man. I know, I see it. I got it. I feel y'all. I got to figure out, like, when you really look at it, it's like, how am I going, you know what I mean? You just have to really think about how you're going to box that in, man. So, luckily enough for me, like, I think it'll be all right because when it usually blows the front radiator hose when it runs hot, but it don't never run hot. So, yeah, I mean.
No. It's in the works. We have designed it. We just got to make the piece to go in. We're going to put in there. We just got to do it. The rear is more important. You got to get the rear in there first, and then we'll get the back piece.
And I'm kind of anxious over that rear a little bit, man, because like we're going to have to move some shock mounts because of the new racing, right? So this dude up north, I wish I knew who it was, man. I'm gonna find out tomorrow. I want to give him a shout out, but I sent him a picture. Me and Dad, we sent him a picture of it, man. He looked at it and he said the new rear, and he was like, "I can tell you right now." He's like, "After I brace this one, you had to break the spindles off that bitch for it bend, Joe." So, I'm pretty hype about it, man. Plus, we can use a little more ass end weight. I was thinking about throwing an extra 50 or 100 pounds on the back of that truck anyway.
Quite that much.
If it don't start sailing straight, I'll put a midget on the back of that bitch if I got to, yo. Like I don't give a shit. Like I want that truck. I want that truck to fly straight, man. That's I think it will once I learn the timing. My timing is still way off with the
you hear?
I think you just think the motor, that's all that is. It's all in the phone. Hey,
we got the plate. All you gotta do is put that little plate on there. The bottom, it's ready for it. You just gotta put that plate on there.
I think this winter I'm gonna re-gap the rings in it, and I'm gonna set up run methanol. And I'll be done with it.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's funny.
well, I don't know. I don't know if it needs it or not, man. I really don't know if it needs a bottle, man. I mean, the truck's super light. You know what I mean? And I mean, until
If it don't need the bottle, then it don't need the methanol.
I don't know, yeah, but that methanol power, yeah. And it ain't $19 a gallon either. So
that methanol should smell really good when it's burning. I love the way
here's my theory, though. My theory is this, right? Right now, I'm paying like $18 a gallon for Q16 or K16, whatever, right? Well, methanol, yeah, it burns twice as much, but that shit ain't but $3 a gallon. So me burning double of it's only cost me $6 or $8 a gallon, or you know what I mean, or whatever. So it's still
if you put the nitrous on, there's maybe another $10 a pound you're paying for nitrous, and depending on how hard you hit it, like my bottle only lasts 2 rounds. 2 rounds, I got to swap a bottle out.
and that's what I'm saying, man.
$20 every 2 rounds. Well, I don't run it empty. I run it down to about it's about $80 every 2 rounds of nitrous. So
that's what I'm saying, man. If you look at
good point about there, that's a good point.
Yeah, and not to mention that it always run cool.
It's easier on your pistons and everything, So, I mean, you got to take some decent points there, but nitrous is fun.
I'm not saying it's not. Well, we're gonna spray the guts out of Plan B, so you ain't got to worry about that.
Get ready for that one.
I know. I don't know if we can have it together by July 5th, man. Maybe if my sponsors want it, maybe we can get it together by then. Yeah.
No.
Take time on that one to make sure bitch is right.
What do we just relearn this weekend? Rush to get ready for a race because it don't.
No, we definitely we're gonna take our time with that. Plus, we got my truck to worry about. We're working on Donald's truck trying to get that dirty over straight, man. Which we got a little surprise for y'all on that too, man. We're keeping that under wraps still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we get off here tonight, man, I'm gonna give a huge shout out to all our sponsors, man. Dependable Heating and Air, Matthews Tone and Recovery, After Hours 4x4, Gear Shift Merch, Orangeburg Mud Bog, Twitty's Mud Bog. All those guys are great, man. They've been with us from the beginning, so we love them and we appreciate everything they do for us. Who you got, Russ? I know you got some sponsors you want to shout out.
Sabbath Hill Construction, Miguelitos right here in Oroville, the Mexican restaurant,
Oh, yeah.
I seen they just put up a new steak special thing on there. I'm going to slide up there and check it out.
I heard that, yeah. And
It's a nice cut of steak, and it's like smothered in this like white cheese sauce, boy.
And also, while I'm thinking about it, man, we're thinking about planning a Touch a Truck event this year at some point. So if any of you DOT guys or mega guys that are interested, reach out to me and let me know you'd be interested to bringing your truck out for like a friendly kid family event where they can kind of hop in and out your truck and look at them and you know what I mean? Just kind of talk to the parents and I mean, just get more exposure for the sport as a whole, man. And I don't care what they look like, man. I mean, it can be a beat down DOT truck that runs, or it can be a beautiful one like Twisted Chicken and things like that, man. Not saying they ain't all pretty, but you know what I'm saying, man. Like Plan B was never a looker, yo. Like Plan B was never a looker. Like that bitch beats it all the time.
When it came to Dinwiddie that one time,
it was beautiful.
Yep, it lasted 4 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, that was awful. Then when they crunched the hood, they crunched the rear. And
it ought to be for mine. It's two-faced because one side's just mush, and the other side's all nice and pretty.
But
between that, just giving the kids a chance to actually sit in the trucks and walk around them, play with them, mess with them.
Climb up on the tires and stuff. Like,
yeah, we've also been doing
that's the future of the sport.
That's right. And we've also been doing a lot of networking. Me and Russ and Kyle have at some car shows around the area here in Oldville and Goochland and Chesterfield, stuff like that, man. So I'm thinking about trying to get us an off-road class in some of these car shows. If guys want to come and post the trucks up for an afternoon, man, you know what I mean, have some fun and see if we can get a little battle going on with this off-road category. I just think it'd be really cool because these people, like these car guys, they love cars in general, man. Like it ain't just cars they like. They like cars, they like trucks, they like off-road stuff. So, and the engineering in some of these trucks is wild, dude. Like I'll give Matt and Ethan shout out here, man. Like the way they did that body work, the way that body is mounted on that, like that's genius, man.
Body on
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's all kind of in his drive shaft containments, man. You know, Ethan's drive shaft containment is a one-off, a great design, dude.
Yeah.
And I think just, you know, car guys that know what it takes to build cars, I mean, they appreciate that stuff, man. They look at it and go, man, wow, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. You know, so the more and more we can let these guys know that we're not just some dumb rednecks out here racing junk, you know, because we're far from that now, man. Like, we're way far from that, man.
I mean, even though sometimes I may, you know, look it and play it, you know, and be it, but you know, other people are far from that.
Yeah. I heard that. So, but anyway, look, man, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. Like I said, keep an eye on the KOM off-road page, keep an eye on this page, keep an eye on my page. We'll be having information coming out as we know it and as we start to build it for those guys that are coming in July 5th at Dinwiddie Virginia Motorsports Park. Starting probably the 1st of June, maybe the middle of June, I'm going to go ahead and start taking team racing. So any teams that you guys have together, we'll get those sent over so I can start trying to get all that paperwork set up and kind of get an idea about what we're looking for a payout on that. To give everybody a heads up, we throw a little money in that class, but basically that team race kind of builds itself. So it's $300 per team. It's $50 a driver. You can be on more than one team. You can enter as many times as you want on as many teams as you want. The fastest pass transfer.
Yeah, if you have enough tires and enough trucks, you can be your whole team.
You can be your own team. That's absolutely right. Like, you know, so it's kind of cool how we do it like that, man, because, you know, like all you need to focus on is making that one hit. Make sure that one hit, like say you're an A-class driver for 5 teams. Well, that depending on how you do is going to affect 5 teams. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to make multiple hits. It's only the 2 hits you're going to make plus the top 10 hit. So it puts a lot of pressure on the guys, but it's good pressure. You know, it's good to get you in there and make sure you got your stuff right. Make sure you're looking your truck over, you know, because you want to be competitive, man. And you don't want to let your team down. I've done that twice now. I've done it 2 years in a row now. Like, it's been pretty bad, man. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if nobody wanted me on their team this year, but it's all good.
Yeah. It'd be like, I'm always the one making a team. I don't ever get an invite, but I'm always making a team.
See, me and you both, man. Me and you both.
Once the first year, you know, in fact, you know, and there's certain somebody ain't get a third run.
He ain't never gonna let that live down.
He ain't gonna let it go, Kyle, ever. He ain't never gonna let it go. Yeah, no, it's all right though. It's all right. Though. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
2018.
Yeah, 28. That fits me 5 years ago. Yeah. Statute of limitations run out on that shit in 7 years, Ross. You gotta let that shit go, man.
No,
He'll be old and gray. So
it's even better now because I get along with the other guy. I ain't gonna put him out there, but Trey was, he spun right at the beginning. The guy did, and they let him run again. But it's all cool. We get along now, so it's all right.
Hey, Trey learned a valuable lesson that year. Yo. You don't run farmers at 20s in November. Yo. You know, you just don't bring farmers. I'm telling you right now, man, if you got farmers, you can run them if you want to, but I'm giving you a really piece of advice, man. Don't even put them bitches on the property.
Yeah. It don't matter how you try to air them. They just, it's a dance. And I don't know. Maybe it's just the 20s mud too. Like, I don't know. I haven't seen anybody do a good pass on farmers at Twitties.
Nope. No, me and Chad were talking about that at the premiere race about how the video that I first saw Chad's truck was the one I think Mudstamp Films had it when they were running hill and hole down there, and he had farmers on that bitch. And when they come off the hill, it just went right, and the whole truck went up and rolled like 3 or 4 times. He was like, "Yeah, fuck them farmers." Yeah.
You never know when
Yeah.
But Brandon Pennington, man, the first team race of this year for us is going to be at Orangeburg Mud Bog in Nice, South Carolina, just July 18th and 19th. We're racing the team race on the 19th. So if you can't make it on the 18th, that's fine. I would advise everybody to try to come early and kick back, drink a few cold ones, man. Watch these beater cars run around and just have a good time and, you know, kind of talk to everybody. I mean, we're building teams up to the day of. So if you get there and you see, you know, say you don't know who's coming, and next thing you know, there's 5 or 6 trucks there. You're like, man, that's a bad rig. That's a bad rig. You can form a team right there at the racetrack, man. We'll probably stop taking teams at probably 9 or 10 a.m. on Saturday. That way to give us time to get them up on the board. Shout out to Logo Concepts. Wister Ritchie's going to cut our boards again for us, man. Our team boards. He's been great with sponsoring us on that end of it. And getting some other trophies.
It makes it really like fan friendly because during the race they can come up and not just the drivers, but everybody can come up and you can see, kind of ballpark where you are. You come down and fill them out between some of the classes. Like it definitely made it a good fan interaction having the boards and able to write the times up on them.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, Brandon. Yeah, so it's going to be 6 trucks. So what it is, it's going to be a 6-cylinder truck, an A-class truck, a B-class truck, a C-class truck, a 1-ton, and a Mega. That's your 6. That's your 6 spots. And like I said, it's $50 per entry. So if you've got a truck that can run 35s, 38s, and 44s, then $150 buys those 3 spots on that team. Now, if you win, you get 3 times the payout, right? So to give you an example, Alan Ragland ran his truck in B and C and 1-ton last year. He had 2 trucks. He ran all 3 of those. That team ended up winning. So Alan ended up walking away with like almost $8,000. For having those 3 spots. So it's definitely something to think about, man. If you have a truck that can run multiple classes, Russ is like, I'm bringing every tire I got.
Hey, we got
I do have 35s, 38s, and 44s, and my V treads. I can run every class but the Mega class.
That's he's one of the big trucks that can go all the way up to 1-ton.
That's right.
Yeah. I just need me a Mega and a 6-cylinder guy. Then that's a lot of me though. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can take all that.
I'm telling you, man. Dude, I was in it last year like $400, man. Spread between like 8 teams. Had 2 of the shittiest passes I think I've ever made in my life, and I was just like, damn. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I was on one team that had a chance, man, until I pulled up, and then it was like, nope. So, but again, man, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. Like I said, keep an eye on the page. If I can get these 16 drivers together in the next week or so, we'll have a live on our next live and one veil the 16 trucks that are going to be running heads up, man, and come out and support them. Like I said, this is a hit. We plan on doing it again. We may end up trying to change it into not only doing, probably always do 16 trucks with Premier because that fits the mold. But what we'll do is, if we decide to do one of these races, heads up races outside of Premier, we'll probably leave it open to everybody and just 16 will qualify. And then 16 gets you in the show, and then you run it down from there, man.
I like a Friday night qualifying, Saturday run the 16.
Yep. And that's kind of what we're leaning towards, man, kind of going with taking, doing this and our team races. Our team races will always be part of what we do. We will never stop doing team races because it just brings the sport so much together, man. It's just everything from, like I said, the 6-cylinder to the Megas, dude.
It's the fellowship. Like I steal Joey's word on this every time. Like the team races, it's the fellowship because like I just said earlier, I don't know the 6-cylinder, all the 6-cylinder guys or who may come or not. So it's a chance to meet somebody new. And I've got to know a lot of the other guys that I race with, but for the most part, it's a big family fellowship part. Doing the team race because you're always rooting for one of another 5 guys, that you're there. Yeah. That normally you wouldn't. Well, I say normally you wouldn't, but
it ain't that you wouldn't root for them. It's just that it gives you a dog in the fight now. You know what I mean? So now you're looking at this DOT truck like, hey man, now I want him to win. Where before you might just sit back, hey man, it's cool to watch this class, right? No, man, now you really you got a vested interest in that guy, man.
That's well,
yeah. So but like I said, I hope everybody has a good week. And
hopefully it's and I don't know what's the weather looking like over your way. It's raining over here still. You got rain
all week.
Oh
yeah.
I
know, man. I'm kind of curious what it's going to look like at Dennis's. If it rains all week, I don't know what Carolina weather look like right now, but if it rains all week, this is like a handful.
That storm was laying low down there in Carolina. So maybe Jared, I don't know if Aggravator's on here, if that weather gets bad down there, you think Dennis is going to have his race this weekend?
I don't know, man, because they got the carnival and all coming, so I don't have a clue what he that.
That make it even sketchier. That storm's coming through. You got carnival rides, the electricity, lightning.
No doubt. BJ, it does have to be. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Russ. I was answering BJ's question. Yeah, no, so BJ, yeah, man. So listen, I believe it does have to be on DOT tires. I'm not sure if the Sinister Six has a tire size rule for their class. So reach out to Scotty McNamara. He runs Little Do Mud Ball. Reach out to him and ask him whatever questions you have based on that class. I'm kind of going off of what, I'm kind of letting Scotty handle the Sinister Six guys and bringing them in, and we're just going to let that class be whatever he says that's good, it runs. And like I said, as far as us goes, man, it's simple rules. It needs to have a good cage in it. I'm telling you that now, man. If you're going horseshoe racing, you need to have at least a 4-point in it with a halo. I like to see a 6-point and everything, but I understand some trucks, you know what I mean? It is what it is. And some of these trucks, it's
fire extinguisher, helmet, neck brace. Would like to see the Hans. If doing the course straight line, neck brace. But course racing, you need a Hans of some sort. That turns the whole new ball game, as a lot of drivers find out. When the DOT drivers, when they first try a course, that turn, especially down there in South Carolina turns, they'll get you. That one Orangeburg, fast turn. That is a fast turn. If you ain't used to really kicking your truck on the dirt, it will get you. And then the other turn, that's Whitty's. That is a tricky, tight, slick turn. And it has put a lot of trucks on the lid. So, you got to have your safety stuff on it.
I've seen them turns with really good cages.
That's right. Yeah, really, really good cages. It's a lot of momentum when you whip on things.
And I'm glad Randy said something, man. So he said the sand soaks the rain up pretty quick down there, so it probably won't be a problem for them. But, Jump and Run is having their big race this weekend, man. The memorial race that they have every year. I think Randy said $1,000 prize on the Renegade class this weekend, man. So head down there, dude. Run with them boys. I know Randy's head down there, so go check them out. They got a great facility down there too. Craig and them do. Like I said, so there's a lot of racing going on everywhere, man. It's hard to keep up with all of it, That's all I got to do. All I really got to do is call Randy all the time. Be like, hey, man, what you doing this weekend? I'm going here, guys. But
it's never bad to have a lot of tracks out there running. That means, a lot of options for us. The more tracks it's the less long distance traveling that the racers have to do. And the way the world's going now, the closer to home we can race, the better off it is.
That's right. So, with that being said, man, everybody have a good week. Stay dry, and we'll catch you all on the next live.
Yes, sir.
See ya,
brother.
I've been up and I've been down and I done seen it all. Was in the gym working my shot, now they pass me the ball. They never